that I love to do the most. The theme of this book is making choices. We often make choices, we make choices every day. I'm sure you made choices today as parents and as children. Which dress to wear, whether to take a bus or a taxi or to drive, worry about. So we make choices every day. And children have to make choices too. A lot of it. So if you see that as parents, when we were children, I think we had far lesser choices to make than the children of today. So the needs and wants is a theme that recurrently occurs in most of the financial literacy material for children. But very rarely, I mean, it has come in all my 3 books as well, but I did not notice until I became actually a mother that need and want is not restricted to financial literacy, but it actually transcends the border and goes much beyond it, and it has got to do, like it's a multi-level kind of a thing where psychological well-being, emotional well-being, environmental aspects and nutrition aspects, because needs and wants is actually about making choices. So children, because I see a lot of children here and they seem to be slightly worried about the talk, do we know what is need and what is a want? So a need is something that we cannot do without. Can you give me examples of what's a need? Anyone? Food is a need. Yes, Michael.
Water.
Water is a need. What about soda?
Want.
It's a want.
Clothing.
Clothing is a need. What about books? This book is a need. So simply put, needs are something that we cannot do without, and wants are something that we don't really need but want. So when I do this, when I was doing this project for the last 7 years, and I was talking to people on and off privately, some were associates, professional associates who were working in financial literacy, some were educationists. I often got told that, oh wow, needs and wants, that's a good concept. Maybe it'll be a great community project. It could be great for this non-governmental organization that works with underprivileged children, because they are the ones who need to know about needs and wants the most. And so it often worried me, because it's not the underprivileged who need this concept. They are compelled to make a choice based on need. It's the privileged children who need to know this concept, because they're surrounded by wants and they have millions of possibilities to choose from, so they are the ones who actually have to make the choice. So really, it's the most simple, most popular part of financial literacy, but the most ununderstood or often ignored. So I just want to explain it for the benefit of children and young at hearts through a small story and let's say a game, say, of what if. So I want you all to tune in with me into this world of J. This is J, and think with me, what if? So picture this scenario. So J has come from a very long walk or a run or a soccer match, and he is in the sweltering sun that you do not need to imagine, because we have that in plenty here these days. So around 10 a.m. in the sweltering sun, he's really tired and he's very, very thirsty. What do you think he's thinking about?
Getting water.
Getting water. So yeah, that's the only thing on his mind, because when you're thirsty, all you can think of is water. And wow, look, at a distance, because it's Singapore and there is water everywhere, water fountains everywhere, Jay spots somewhere far away a water fountain. How do you think he's going to feel?
Happy.
Very happy? Jay is sure feeling very happy. Now, as Jay is taking a few steps towards the water fountain, still very thirsty, still very tired, and still the sun is still there, though it's not seen in the picture right now, he he comes across a lemonade stand. Now what do you think will happen? What if Jay spots a lemonade stand on his way to the water fountain? Do you think it's going to be a straight choice? What will he do? What do you think Jay will do? Go to the lemonade stand? But we are assuming that Jay has $1, right? What if Jay did not have $1?
He can't buy lemonade.
So will he be sad? What does he need?
Water the most.
He needs water.
He
Is
doesn't
what-
know. He doesn't know what to do.
So Jay needs water. Can he get still water even if he doesn't have the money?
Yeah.
So what will he do?
Just get the.
Just get to the fountain, drink water because he's thirsty, right? So and then he'll go away. Will he be very sad? Maybe he'll be disappointed that he could not get lemonade, but he got his need. Now imagine what if Jay had $1. Now what do you think? Will he still choose water?
No, because he must like lemonade.
I know a lot of Jays. Yes. Yeah, so maybe, just maybe, he may not choose water. Now, as Jay is still thinking on what he should choose, he comes across something else. So he's still thinking, what can I check?
Oh my god.
Oh my God, look at all those cold drinks. In all the colors and flavors in that chilled refrigerator. And they're selling for $2. What do you think Jay would do? So now he has 3 choices. He could still go to the water fountain, he could go to the lemonade stand, or he could choose a drink. Now what if Jay had only that $1? What will he do?
He should get lemonade.
He should get lemonade. Now Jay checks his pockets because he's really tempted by the cold drinks. And he finds a $5 bill. So now what do you think? What if Jay actually found a $5 bill? What do you think he will do?
He'll buy one of the cold drinks.
He'll buy one of the cold drinks. And I wish it was so simple for him. But now imagine if Jay was a child. Okay, just a 7, 8-year-old child. What do you think? Will he make a very simple choice, as a matter of fact choice? I think it'll be simplest for him to decide on the cold drink, right?
Yep.
So through my research, I happened to read a lot of authors and some of them fabulous writers on choice and art of choosing. And this one, in the Paradox of Choice, says that learning to choose is hard, learning to choose well is harder, and learning to choose well in a world of unlimited possibilities is harder, perhaps too hard. So too hard to choose. So right now what we just saw, Jay's story, was a very simplistic version. And if you see that it was the choices between all the drinks, it still met the thirst aspect. He was thirsty, he could have any of the drinks. But in real life, does it really happen that way? So imagine, what if all the 3 came into him and there were a few more? McDonald's comes along and then he sees McDonald's. Will he be tempted to eat the French fries? Will he be tempted to eat the hot dog? What if he comes across a toy store and he has $5 bill in it? So this is how distractions take place. So most of the parents sitting here and nodding might agree with me when I say, when I ask them, take them to a toy store. Say, suppose for example your child has to attend a birthday party of a friend and you have to go and buy a gift, a present for the friend. You enter the toy store, obviously you want your child to get involved in the process of selection, right? Because, we do believe in democracy. So you want your child to be with us and choose what the friend likes. The moment you enter, say, Toys R Us or any other store, what do you think happens? Are we looking for that present for the friend? Or do we get tempted by, oh, Omkara has this, can I have it? Hey, Michael was wearing those shoes. And Saina was talking about this toy. And then we go on a completely different journey before we realize what are we in there for. So it might just so happen that half an hour trip can take 2 hours and you still don't have a gift for the friend. Or there's another very starking example is when it's your child's birthday party, and I'm talking about all the 6, 7, 8-year-olds, but the child's birthday party, and along come a lot of presents. So 6, 7, 8 friends come for the party, and of course grandparents, because they love to pamper and spoil their grandchildren, they would have 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe the number of candles on the birthday cake, number of gifts there. So grandparents will bring in the gifts along. Now what happens when the child is opening the gifts? Do you think the more the gifts, the more is the happiness? Yes? No? Are they going to be happy because they have more gifts? So I see from my experience what happens. One gift is opened. Oh, wow, this is nice. Then we move on to the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and then you'll see all the room full of wrappers and gifts. So we have more stuff, but we don't have time to experience what we have.